Live 101.5, you know, it's the Valley's hit music leader, Natasha Castles. We're here backstage right now, W. Scottsdale. It's a weekend getaway with Kaskade, none other.
Whoa.
This guy right here. You're kind of a big
Yes.
deal, you know. First of all, congratulations on the Chicago Cubs win. I don't know if you're a fan, but I know that's a city.
Awkward moment.
Is that awkward? No,
I'm a
oh
Sox
my God.
fan.
Oh, my bad. Well, I mean, it's still.
Congratulations to the Cubs, 108 years.
I mean,
they
it's
waited
still
a long
exciting
time.
for
That's very exciting.
your
for the city
hometown.
of Chicago, yes.
Come on. Even if you're not a fan, per se, you got to get a little bit of excited.
Yeah, I was excited. Sure, I watched Game 7. I cheered for him.
Right, I didn't.
Yeah.
That's where I started watching his Game 7. I was like, okay, all right, the grand finale. Who's going to win this?
It was an amazing game.
I love it. I know you just built your studio in L.A.
Yes.
How's that going?
Wonderful. It's nice to have my own studio, my own place, having lots of friends come over, making lots of music.
Do you do anything in your studio? Have you done anything in your studio that besides, you know, music related? Like, do you go there just to, I don't know, man cave it out?
There's man cave elements in there for sure. Yes.
Like what?
Yes. A massive TV. I don't even know how big it is. I don't know. It's the size of a wall. And
one of those cool ones, just
games,
obnoxious.
Lots of video games, arcade games. You know, homies come over, put a pizza in, and yeah.
Have some fun. I could have some pizza and arcade game.
But music's the priority there always. So.
First and foremost, right?
Yes, yeah,
First
music.
and foremost.
It's only for music. It's only for music. That's
all-
what my wife's
that's the
watching.
only
I only
reason.
do music there. I don't know.
We don't hang out. We don't just, you know, go watch a whole season of Netflix or something over there,
that's
right?
Netflix it up.
I know there's been like kind of like a lack of presence when it comes to dance music and award shows and whatnot. Do you think that's going to change, you know, in the coming seasons, given, you know, we have a lot of people in the front, you know, radio wise, you know, like Flume, you know,
Yes,
Snakes, to name
it's
a few.
changing. It's definitely changing. I don't know. I think we should probably thank Calvin Harris for that. Thank you,
That too?
Calvin. I appreciate that. Dating Taylor Swift, that couldn't hurt anything. But I think dance music is slowly like getting the representation it deserves. Yeah.
It's a nice proud moment for a veteran for like
Yeah,
yourself,
I mean,
right?
it's cool. For me, it's been a long time coming, but it's cool. The young guys are kicking and making some noise and screaming, and that's a good thing.
That's awesome. Let's talk about your parties, Redux.
Yes.
Is there a certain element of prep that goes into these, or you kind of just go and you're like, I'm going to rock this show? Because obviously it's a little different than your festival stage performances and whatnot.
Sure. Well, on all my shows, I'm kind of winging it a bit. I mean, that's
No
the
one
fun
knows
of it.
that. Just kidding.
That's the benefit of being a DJ. I'm not a band. I don't have to like tell anybody else I'm doing. I'm changing song number 2. Like I just do it.
Just read the crowd and go from there.
Yeah, go from there. You know, I usually have an idea of where I'm going to start, and then kind of just play it by ear, literally.
Now, is there a sense of like nostalgia to it, since it's kind of like a smaller, you know, more intimate?
Yes, which
Party?
we'll get a taste of some of that tonight, I'm
Ooh,
sure. Yeah.
I'm excited about that.
Yeah, I think to me, Redo is just a throwback to, you know, coming up in the clubs and, you know, kind of the simplicity of just me and my relationship with the crowd. It doesn't have to be about a big LED wall or a massive disco ball, although I love both of those things.
Solely, purely the music
Yeah,
and
it's just
feeling
about
that
the music.
moment.
So, you know, me having a good time and playing records that I love.
That's awesome. I went to Chicago for the first time just a couple weeks back, and what club did I go to? I forgot. It's like one of those underground clubs.
Excellent.
Such
we have
a-
those in Chicago.
Right.
Yes.
There's a lot of those,
Down in
of
the
course.
basement,
Kind
yeah,
of started there.
Smitty.
No
Yeah,
big
yeah,
deal.
yeah.
It was so cool just seeing that cultural element. Why do you think that is? Obviously, the music is good, and it just kind of brings everybody together in that sense.
Yes. I just think in Chicago there's a long history. Those guys kind of started it way back when. It's a music-loving town, Chicago is. I don't know, we're talking a lot about Chicago in this
right?
interview here in Arizona, but we love Chicago. I love Chicago. Yeah, I don't know. I just think there's a long history there, and people appreciate that.
Very cool. Last time I talked to you at Phoenix Lights when you performed, loved the performance. by
Phoenix
the way,
Lights.
just so you know,
Yes,
Phoenix
I remember.
Lights.
Now it's all coming together.
Is it,
Yes, that was a wonderful night.
I remember I asked you about this collaboration with Deadmau5. That the first one happened 8
And what
years
did
ago.
I say? What did I say?
You're like, oh, you know, we'll talk about it maybe, and then voila, we get one.
Here we are.
Here we are. Was that already in the works at that time, or?
Yes, it was. That song had been in the works for over a year, actually. Beneath With Me has been going on for a long time. Yeah, let's
I
see.
felt like almost like, oh, they came out. I asked him. He didn't tell me.
It was a secret. It was top secret. I wasn't supposed to, or nobody wants to make the mouse angry, you know.
From what I've
Scary
heard.
mouse. Yeah, it's been in the works for a long time.
What
But
was that
I'm glad it's
conversation?
why did it take so long?
Yeah. What is that, like 8 years, right?
Yeah. No.
Math
I'll
serves
blame
me
it on
correctly.
Dead Mouse. I'll blame it on Dead Mouse. Is that all right? Can I do that?
No, you can't cop
It
the
was
way
Mouse's
out
fault.
like that.
It's totally Mouse's fault.
All right, it's the mouse's fault.
All right.
We'll give it to that. I know you spent some time in Japan, so I wanted to ask you if you
Yes.
could sign off the interview. I have this little saying, create your own gangster, which is
jeez.
kind of like, is that translatable?
Create your own gangsta.
Yeah. It's kind of like
Gangsta.
someone, just kind of doing their thing, making their own lane is what I mean by that.
I mean, the way that they say gangsta is gangsta. It's
It's
different.
the actual word.
Yes, it's the actual. They do that a lot.
Gangsta. We
Like
just stop in the R
sweatshirt
and
is
add an A.
jumper is jumper, sweatshirt.
Oh,
I don't know.
I
They do
didn't
that
know
a lot.
that.
They do it a lot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
What would you be
Is
able
that
to
taking
say?
the mystery
Right, it's not
away
as
of
cool. Just make
Japanese?
something up for me. Jeez. I'm just
Gangsta tsukuteru yo. I don't know. That's like creating the gangster.
I'm dropping
I'm taking
my
a guess.
phone.
Oh.
Just kidding. Thank you so much. Definitely looking forward to, you doing your thing out there. W. Scottsdale.
All
It's a
right.
weekend jetaway with Live 1015 Cascade. Natasha Castles. He just made my night.
All right.